But Lord Shiva, who is united with Devi permanently, never die because of the greatness of your Patibratya or your ear studs. Tavajanani Tatanka Mahima, it was told in the last class. It is because of your Tatanka Mahima, the Lord Shiva has not an end, not a death. Tatanka Yugali Bhuta Tapana Udupa Mandala. Tapana and Udupa, the sun and moon are the Tatankas of Devi. So they rise from her Tatanka. They are the reason for the Kala. Hence, Devi is Kalatita. Shiva is also Kalatita, was the description told in the previous sloka. Sudhamapya aswadya pratibhaya jaramrityuharinim vipadyante vishwe vidisata makhadyaha divishadaha karalam yat shvelam kabalitavatah kalakalnana shambhostanmulam tavajananita atanka mahima. Now we are going to the next sloka. Kiritam vairincham pariharapura kaita bhavida. You can play that sloka and then start the description. Please play the sloka.
Kiritam vairincham Pariharapurah Kaitabhavidah Kathore kotire Skhalasi jahi jambhari makutam Pranamre shveteshu Prasabhamupayatasya bhavanam Bhavasyabhyuthane Tava parijanoktирvijayate
Kiritam vairincham parihara pura kaitabhavidah katore kotere skhalasi jahi jambhari makutam. Like this, there are three voices that is being heard near Devi, who is in her darbar or in her celestial palace. An incident happens in Srinagara. Devi is sitting in her darbar as usual, and all the important people are surrounding her and prostrating her and respecting her. At that point of time, Sri Parameshwara comes to the darbar. As a show of respect, Devi tries to get up, and the people surrounding her are getting concerned because all the great people are prostrating unto her lotus feet, the Indra, the Mukunda, and the Virinchi or the Brahma. Their crowns are under her feet. She should not get hurt by stepping over them, is the respectful voices that are being heard near her. This is the kind of a small story. This is the story that is being described in this particular sloka. To tell the greatness of Devi. One of her nature, she respects everybody. Now to tell about respecting her own husband, Parameshwara. It is told in Sri Lalita Sahasranama that after the Bhandasura Vadha, a war which happened with a person who ruled the universe for 60,000 years, was a very, very powerful person who was able to take the Dashavatas of Sri Mahavishnu, the demonic avatars of Ravana, Kumbhakarna, Shishupala, Dantavaktra, Duryodhana, Dushasana, etc., Hiranyaksha, Hiranyakashipu. And Devi had to take the Dashavatas of Mahavishnu and kill him. So the war was a very big one. But it was like a playful matter for Devi, and in the end the Asura was killed with the Mahapashupata Astra Agni, Mahapashupata Astra. And his country was also destroyed. Mahapashupata Astra Agni, Mahapashupata Astra, Nirdagdha Asura Sainika, Kameshwarastra Nirdagdha, Sabhandasura Shunyaka. With Kameshwarastra, Sri Shunyaka Nagara or Shaunitapura was destroyed. And along with that, the Asura was also killed. And everybody were applauding and praising Devi for her valor and greatness. The Jaya Jaya Shabda was hitting the sky. The roar was so loud that a big thing happened in this universe. And a demon, an Asura, was killed by Devi. But it is told in the Devi Puranas that she went in a very humble way, prostrating before everybody, and as if she has not done anything. With folded hands, she went back to her Srinagara. So Devi is always humble. Every birthday we see Amma. She will give darshan for thousands of people and returns back as if she has done nothing. Nearly 1,000, maybe 100 crores is being spent there. A lot of charity is being done. So many cultural events take place. But Amma is in her own self throughout the program. She is doing her duty. She is embracing the devotees, giving them darshan. To whatever extent possible, she extends her helping hand. She does not take rest. It is an extra hard-working day for Amma. Unlike the other people's birthdays, there is no cutting the cake or anything. Generally, in a birthday, people give gifts to the person. Here, the opposite happens. She gives a lot of things to others. It's a day of sacrifice for her. And as if she has done nothing, she goes back to her room with folded hands. So Devi is so humble. That is her nature. It is not a Vinaya Abhinaya. It is a Vinaya Shilatva. It is easy to act for some time, but it is difficult to practice it continuously. Vinaya Shilatva is what is required. That is a spontaneous character of Devi. So here, she is in her own chamber or in her court in Srinagara. She is being respected by everybody. Everybody is prostrating, even the great people like Mukunda, Indra, Brahma, etc. Mukunda, Brahmendra, Vandita. It is told in Lalita Sahasranama. The same concept is being elaborated in this particular sloka. Kiridam Vairincham Parihara. The Virinchi is Brahma. Please avoid the crown of Virinchi. Don't step over it. Kaitapabhida Katore Kotires Khalasi. The Mahavishnu is called as a Madhukaita Bhari, Madhukaita Bhajit. Madhu and Kaitaba were demonic people, asuras, who were killed by Mahavishnu by the grace of Devi. So both of them take credit. In the Devi Mahatma, the first charita is Madhukaita Bhavada, for which Devi becomes instrumental. She becomes a tool. So with the grace of Devi, the Madhukaitabhas were killed. Here the Kaitaba Vada is being specially mentioned. Katore Kotires Khalasi Jahi Jambhari Makutam. Don't step over the hard crown of Kaitaba Hari, Kaitaba, the person who killed the Kaitaba Asura. Jahi Jambhari Makutam. Jambhari is Devendra. Please avoid the kireet of Devendra. So the Mukunda, Brahma and Indra are worshipping Devi by prostrating into the lotus feet of Mother. The Parijanaha, the people who are surrounding Devi, are loudly begging Devi that don't step over the crowns of these people. They are underneath you. When she tries to get up, when her husband comes to the court. Pradamreshu eteshu, these people are going on prostrating unto you. Prasabham ubhayatasya bhavanam, when the Lord Parmeshwara tries to, when he is visiting your home, visiting your palace, Kiritam Vairincham Parihara, Kaita Bhavida Katore Kotires Khalasi, Jahi Jambhari Makutam, Pranamre Sheteshu, Prasabham Abhayatasya Bhavanam, Bhavasya Abhyuthane, Tava Parijanokti Vijayate. When the Bhava or Shiva comes to your place, when you are trying to get up, this can happen. So be careful. Don't haste. Don't hurry. Don't be in a hurry. This is the Parijanokti. This is the Ukti or the voice that is being heard from your Parijanas, your Chelas, your assistants. They are all doing a Danda Namaskara. Mukunda, Brahma, Indra, so many others. They are not mentioned here. The most important people are mentioned here. You are so devoted to your Pati or your husband. You show respect to him by trying to get up from your seat without considering the kiritas of these people. There is Mahavishnu also prostrating unto you. He is the killer of Madhukaitabhas. Both of you are the killers of Madhukaitabhas. You are called as the Madhukaitabhagni, Madhukaitabha Prashamani, Madhukaitabha Bhanjani, etc. All are meaning that you kill the Madhukaitabhas. Matarme Madhukaitabhagni, Mahisha Pranapaharodyame, Hela Nirmita Dhumralochanavade, Heshumbha Mundardini, Hechanda Mundardini, Nisheshigata Raktabijadanu Jay Nitye, Shumbhapahe, Sumbhat Dhamsini Sambhara Suduritam Durge, Namaste Ambika is a sloka which is being chanted by Devi devotees. It's a brief form of the Devi Mahatmya. But Mahavishnu is also given credit to killing the Madhukaitabhas. So here the Kaitaba Vada is being mentioned here. So the voice of your assistants, your chelas, is heard here. They are all telling you to be very careful, not to step over the crowns of Mukunda, Brahma, and Indra, and others, of course. When you try to get up from your seat, when your husband, Parameshwara, comes to your court, is the brief meaning of this particular sloka. Tava Parijanoktir Vijayate. The voice of your assistants is heard loudly. Kiritam Vairincham Parihara, Pura Kaitababida Katore Kotires Kalasi, Jahi Jambhari Makutam, Pranamreshu Eteshu, Prasabham Ubhayatasya Bhavanam, Bhavasya Abhyuthane Tava Parijanoktir Vijayate. This sloka is an example of Ashirvachana, Saundar Lahari. You can play the next sloka, 30th sloka.
स्वदेहोद्भूताभिः घृणिभिरणिमाद्याभिरभितो निषेव्ये नित्ये त्वाम् अहमिति सदा भावयति यः किमाश्चर्यं तस्य त्रिनयन समृद्धिं तृणयतो महासंवर्ताग्निः विरचयति नीराजनविधिम्.
Here the Shankaracharya calls Devi as Nitye, He Nitye, O everlasting, ever-present Devi. Nitya means the factor that is not affected by the Trikalas. It's ever existing. He Nitye, O everlasting one. Nishebye, O Devi, who is very much adorable. Who can be worshipped ever. Here the seeker's state is being mentioned. The Upasaka who worships you. Swadehod bhutabhi dhrinibihi animadyabhirabhitaha. You are being worshipped as being surrounded by anima, etc. Animadi devatas. Anima, Garima, Mahima, Isittam, Vasittam, Pragamyam. The 8 Ashtasiddhis. Abhitaha. You are being surrounded by the Ashtasiddhis. They are like the lights emanating from a powerful Deepa. You are like a lamp, and they are like the lights that are emanating from them. This particular Upasaka is considering himself as one with you and Animadi Devatas. You being surrounded by Animadi Devatas. Ahamiti Sada Bhavayati. He ever worships you like that. Tasya Trinayana Samruddhim. For him, somebody offers him the status of Lord Shiva. He says he refuses it. I don't want that. Trinayataha, he considers it like a grass. Tasya Mahasamvartagnihi, the Pralaya, Nirajana Vidim Virachayati. That is doing arati to him. Kim Ascharyam. What is there to be wondered about this? It's not surprising. It's not at all surprising. It is possible. It will happen like that only. There is no surprise element in that. O mother, who does not have a death or birth, who is the most suitable person to be worshipped and served. A seeker worships you as if you are surrounded by the Animadi Devis. As if they are the rays of your light. He reaches a state which is higher than that of the Parameshwara. So he does not enjoy being given the state of Parameshwara, Trinayana Samruddhi, the Aishwarya of Parameshwara, the glories of Parameshwara. He does not want anything. He does not have a desire at all. He does not want to become Brahma. He does not want to become Vishnu. He does not want to become Maheshwara. The Aishwaryas he does not want. He wants your grace. He is not after anything else. He considers that as to be like a grass, Trinavatkarnam. He considers it as a hay of grass. The Mahasamvarta, the dissolution or the Pralaya, does arati to him. He becomes so great, he becomes absolutely desireless. In Edithachan's Vedanta Kirtana, it is told that you should worship Lord without any desire. All these materials, even becoming Brahma, is perishable. Abrahma Bhuvana Loka Punaravartino Arjuna Mamupetito Kontaya Punarjanmana Vidyate. Adimalar Torigil Richahinar Muktanmaravar Narayana Jaya, it is told. Whoever worships the holy feet of Hari without any desires, they are already liberated. There is nothing to be sought for them. This Devi devotee also reaches such a state who is worshipping you as being surrounded by the Animadi Devis. He reaches a state where he does not want the Maheshwara Pada, the glory of Lord Shiva, the Aishwarya of Lord Shiva. Trinayana Samruddhim Trinayataha. He considers it as a grass. Worthless. Mahasamvartaha Virachayati Nirajana Vidhim. The Nirajana is being done by the Mahasamvarta. Or the Pralaya does the Deeparadhana to him. He becomes so great, he becomes beyond the birth and death. Hence, the Devi is being called as a Nitye, Nishebye. What else you want in this birth? Because everything is given by Devi. The highest position, he becomes a Mukta. This particular devotee considers Abheda, one with Devi, with the Anima Siddhis, Anima, Garima, Mahima, Praptihi, Prakamyam, Ishitvam, Vasitvam, etc. These are all raised in the feet of Holy Mother. He worships her forever, sada bhavayati. The Mahasamvarta does respectful Deeparadhana to him. So here, considering the devotee as one with Devi is being mentioned. Arunam Karunatarangitakshim Dhata Pasankusha Pushpabanajapam Animadibhiravritam Ahamityeva Vibhavaye Maheshim. You must consider one with Devi. So, this is the content of this particular verse. You can go for the next sloka.
चतुष्षष्ट्या तन्त्रैः सकलमभिसन्धाय भुवनम् स्थितस्तत्तत्सिद्धिप्रसवपरतन्त्रैः पशुपतिः पुनस्त्वन्निर्बन्धात् अखिलपुरुषार्थैकघटना स्वतन्त्रं ते तन्त्रम् अखिलपुरुषार्थैकघटना स्वतन्त्रं ते तन्त्रम् क्षितितलमवातीतरदिदम्
Here, Chatushtya Tantraihi Sakalam Adhisandhaya Bhuvanam. There are 64 tantras, Chatushtya tantras. These were created by a lot of Pashus, Pashupati. Each of these tantras leading to some power. A desired result was there, of course. They are not a failure. They are all successful. They are created by Lord Pashupati himself. Pashupatinath created these tantras. But they gave them some comfort to others. They gave them some benefits. But those benefits are only limited. They gave some kind of benefits, but they were not enough for a moksha. You persuaded him, O mother, punastvam nirbandhat. After your persuasion, he created another tantra, 65th tantra, which is called as the Swatantra Tantra, which is also called as Sri Vidya. That protected the whole universe. That gave the highest purpose. That served the highest purpose. All the tantras, all the 64 tantras that were created by Pashupati himself were beneficial, but they were giving benefits only to a limited goal, limited purpose. You understood this. You were not satisfied with those results. You forced him, you compelled him to give a better benefit, to give the best benefit, and asked him to write another tantra, come up with another tantra, which is called the Swatantra Tantra or Sri Vidya. That protected the whole universe, is the general meaning of this particular sloka. I will elaborate a little more. हे भगवती, पशुपतिः सकलं भुवनं तत्तत्सिद्धिप्रसवपरतन्त्रैः चतुष्षष्ट्या तन्त्रैः अधिसन्धाय. That siddhis were given by these tantras that he created, Pashupati created them. He propagated it also. It was spread with all the people. But they were giving only a limited benefit, not the moksha. Kama and artha were attained by them. Attained by the people who were doing the upasana. Tam nirbandhad. You compelled him, you forced him, you persuaded him. Akhila Purusharthaika Gatana Swadantram. Yet you made him create a new tantra, new method, by which Sakala Purusharthas can be attained, Dharma, Artha, Kama and Moksha. And that tantra was propagated by Lord Shiva himself. Parameshwara initially created 64 tantras. Tantra means a text, or it can be a method, or it can be a technique. There are many meanings for a word tantra. In Ayurveda, if you say Shalya Tantra, it is a branch of surgery. Tantra means that was created by Sadashiva. Guru Sishya Pade Sthitva Swayameva Sadashiva Prashnotara Padai Vakyehi Tantram Sam Avatarayat. Lord Shiva discussed with the Devi in a question and answer form, and that was called as a Tantra. There are 64 Tantras. I will tell some names. Shambaram, Jala Shambaram, Mahamaya Shambaram, Yogini Jala Shambaram, Tattva Shambaram, Siddha Bhairava Tantram, Vatuka Bhairava Tantram, Kankala Bhairava Tantram, Kala Bhairava Tantram, Kalagni Bhairava Tantram, Yogini Bhairava Tantram, Mahabhairava Tantram, Shakti Bhairava Tantram, Bahurupashtaka Tantram, Brahmi Tantram, Maheshwari Tantram, Kaumari Tantram, Vaishnavi Tantram, Varahi Tantram, Mantra Mahendri Tantram, Chamunda Tantram, Shivadoti Tantram, etc. There are 64. Everyone are beneficial, but they do not make you one with the Devi, but they give you some benefits, material benefits. Kama and Artha are being given by them. To become liberated, you need something else. So they are not Swatantra, they are not independent. They are dependent upon something else for moksha. They give only Aihika Palas, the benefits that are useful only in this birth. Hence, they were used only for material benefits, like Satya Samhara, etc. Satya Samhara is one of the benefits. So hence, it is a dushprayoga. It's a wrong usage of the particular tantra. Some people do homas at midnight, which is a durachara. So all the 64 tantras have benefits as well as defects in them. So the upasaka, the seeker, becomes hallucinated. He has the wrong knowledge. He is distracted from the main goal. So to avoid that, Devi asked Parameshwara to create a new tantra, which is independent, by which you become liberated. They are called as Swatantra Tantra, independent Tantra, not dependent upon others for any benefit, for moksha. These tantras are called as Shubhagama Tantras, Shubhagama Panchaka. They are beneficial for Ahika as well as Amushmika, for this birth as well as the future births. They are also called as Chandrakala Vidyashtakas. There are 8 tantras: Jyotsnavati, Kalanani, Kularnava, Kuleshwari, Bhuvaneshwari, Barhyapastham, Durvasamata, etc. They will bestow you moksha. The Shubhagama Panchakamas are called as Sanaka, Shuka, Sanat Kumara, Samhita, etc. They are also beneficial for moksha. So for which the sattvic items are being used. Madhu, Mamsa, Madhya, Maithuna, etc. are not used. Mudra, etc. are not used. The Samayachara is being propagated by this. Considering you to be one with Devi is the basic idea of Samayachara. So there are some texts which describe you this particular technique, which is promoted by Shankaracharya, Durvasa, etc. The rishis who are sattvic, the rishis who did not promote the Panchamakaras, Madhya, Maithuna, Mamsa, Mudra, etc. By this you become independent. By these tantras are independent, these methods are independent, by which you can attain moksha. Not only the kama, they are very sattvic. So because of your compulsion, because of your forceful seeking, the Lord Parameshwara described these tantras. The Swatantra Tantra or the Sri Vidya, and then made everybody liberated. Who followed it sincerely became liberated. It is called as the Swatantra Tantra or Sri Vidya. This just is not dependent upon the other tantras for any benefit. You can follow them, follow it alone to attain moksha. You need not depend upon anything else. This alone will do. So that method was propagated by the Devi. She made Lord Shiva create this particular Swatantra Tantra. Chatushtya Tantraihi Sakalam Adhisandhaya Bhuvanam Sthitat Tattat Siddhi Prasava Paratantraihi Pashupatihi Punastam Nirbandha Akhila Purusharthaika Gatana Swatantram Tetantram Kshititalam Avati Taradidam. You are so compassionate. You did not want your children to suffer and get only the benefits which are useful only in this birth. You wanted them to become liberated and get the everlasting happiness. Hence, you forced Lord Parameshwara to create this Sri Vidya and then get liberated. Is the content of this particular sloka. This tells the greatness of Sri Vidya. Now he is going to describe more Upasana Margas, the methods, the techniques by which you can progress in spiritual life. So this is an introductory sloka for that. So we can play the next sloka.
शिवशक्तिः कामः
शिवशक्तिः कामः
क्षितिरथरविशीतकिरणः
क्षितिरथरविशीतकिरणः
स्मरोऽहं सशक्रः
स्मरोऽहं सशक्रः
तदनु च परामारहरयः
तदनु च परामारहरयः
अमीहृल्लेखाभिः
अमीहृल्लेखाभिः
तिसृभिरवसानेषु घटिताः
तिसृभिरवसानेषु घटिताः
भजन्ते वर्णास्ते
भजन्ते वर्णास्ते
तव जननि नामावयवताम्
तव जननि नामावयवताम्.
Play it once again. There is nothing much to explain in this. Just we listen to this once again. Please play once again.
शक्तिः कामः
क्षितिरथरविः शीतकिरणः
क्षितिरथरविः शीतकिरणः
स्मरोऽहं सशक्रः
स्मरोऽहंसशक्रः
तदनु च परामारहरयः
तदनु च परामारहरयः
अमीहृल्लेखाभिः
अमीरुल्लेखाभिः
तिसृभिरवसानेषु घटिताः
तिसृभिरवसानेषु घटिताः
भजन्ते वर्णास्ते
भजन्ते वर्णास्ते
तव जननि नामावयवताम्
तव जननि नामावयवताम्.
In this sloka, this describes a mantra prayoga. There is a goal that's called as a Jivan Mukti, liberation. Knowing the self, everything means the same. Atma Sakshatkara, everything means the same. How to attain that? Everybody can speak about liberation. Everybody can say that moksha is the ultimate purpose of life. But how to attain that? There is a method. There is an upasana. For upasana, a mantra is very much necessary. There are deities, male deities. To worship them, there are some syllables. There are some letters, auspicious letters, by which you worship them. Om Namo Narayanaya, Sri Rama Rama, Sri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram, Namah Shivaya, Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya, Om Hrim Mahadevi Namaha, Om Parashakti Namaha. These are all mantras. The letters that are being used for male deities is called as a mantra. The female deities is called as Vidya. Among the Vidyas, among the syllables that are being used for worship of woman or Sri Devatas, the Sri Vidya is the greatest. So among the Vidyas, Sri Vidya is considered as the greatest. It's not a single mantra, but there are many forms. Some are called as Kadi Vidya, which starts from Ka. Some are starting from Hadi Vidya. Some are starting from Ha. So here both are described. In this particular sloka, the 32nd sloka, Shiva Shakti Kama, Kshitirath Ravi Sita Garana, Smaro Hamsa Shakra Tadanuja Paramara Haraya, Ami Hirlekabhit Tisribhir Avasaneshu Gatitaha, Bhajante Varnaste Tavajanani Nama Vayavata. Hey Janani, O Mother, Shivaha, there is a Shivakshara that starts from Ka. Shaktihi, there is a Shakti Akshara, which is starting from A, which is A, not starting from A, but it is A. Kamaha is Ikara, Kshitihi Lakara, Athaha after this particular aksharas. Shitakarnaha, hakara, smaraha is kakara, hamsaha hakara, shakraha lakara. Tadanucha, after that, after these letters, paramaraharaya. Sakara, kakara and lakara comes. Ami varnaha, these letters. Tisribihi hirlekabihi. This is sandwiched by hrinkara. Hirlekha or hrinkara. Avasaneshu gatitaha. In the end also there is hrinkara. Tava nama avayavatam. This becomes the part of your great mantra, which is called as Sri Vidya. In this, the Kadi Vidya is being told, Kakara. It starts with Kakara. The Sri Vidya, the letters are to be learned from Guru, not through websites. They are not to be told for those who are not fit for that. So they are not directly told here, but they are indirectly told here. Shivaha, Shakti, Kamaha, Prithvi Bijas as one part. Ravi, Chandra, Smara, Hamsa, Shakra Bijas as the next part. Para, Mara, Hari Bijas as the last part. And then Hrikara is becoming in between. This is your mantraksharas. Kaye Elahrim, Ha Sakalahrim, Sakalahrim is the mantra. Is the Kadi Vidya or the Sri Vidya. But they are not to be told to the seeker openly. He has to be prepared. He has to worship. He has to do upasana for many years. He should not eat the paranna bhojana. He should eat by his own food, cooked by himself. He should remain pure in his action. There are Shiva Bijas, Shakti Bijas, Ubhayatmaka Bijas. There is a Lajja Bija which is called as Hrimkara. Lajjapada Samaradhya. Devi is worshipped by Lajjapada or Hrimkara. Ka and Ha are Shivaksharas. Ye, Yi, La, Sa are Bijaksharas which are Devi Bijas. Hrimkara is Ubhayatmaka, Shakti, Shivashaktyatmaka. Kaya, Ilahrim, Hasakalahrim, Sakalahrim. In this, Shiva Bijas are there, Shakti Bijas are there. Ubhayatmaka Hrinkara is there. In the Lalita Trishati, these letters come in an order so that you get the benefit of chanting the Sri Vidya mantra 20 times. Hrimkara is also repeated 67 times. So you get the benefit of chanting Shivashaktyatmaka Bija for 67 times. So indirectly, that is being told in the Lalita Trishati. Kakara Rupa, Kalyani, Kalyana Gunashalini, Kalyana Shalinaliha. Either the Kakara is told, Hrimkara Murti, Hrimkara Saudasanga Kabodhika, Hrimkara Bijika, Hrimkara Abdisada, Hrimkara Ngana Deepika, Hrimkara Asthana Nirtaki, Hrimkara Kosasilata. Like that, the Hrimkara is repeated 67 times. So you get the benefit of chanting Ubhayatmaka Bija. The Shakti Aksharas are also told. Ye, Yi, La, Sa, etc. So indirectly, we are getting the benefit of chanting Sri Vidya by chanting Lalita Trishati. It's mantratmaka. It's slightly different from Lalita Sahasranam because of its importance in mantra. So it is told Yadiva Paschimam Janma, Yadiva Shankaraswayam, Teneva Labhyate Vidya Srimad Panchadashakshari. There is a Panchadashakshari mantra, there is a Shodashakshari mantra. Panchadashakshari mantra is 15 lettered. Shodashakshari is 16 lettered. In Lalita Sahasranam also, this is briefly told, Mula Mantratmika, Mula Vodatraya Kalayabara, like that. There is a Vagbhava Kota, Madhya Kota, and Shakti Kota. Though these three letters, these three kotas have all these 15 letters. Some letters are Vagbhava Kota, some letters are Madhya Kota, some letters are Shakti Kota. Srimad Vagbhava Kota Eka Swarupam Khavangaja Kanthada Kadibajanta Madhya Kota Swarupni Shakti Kota Ekata Bandhakatta Dho Bhagadharini. It's told in Lalita Sahasranam. So some letters are in Vagbhava Kota, some letters are in Madhya Kota. Some letters among these 15 letters are in Shakti Kota. There are three kandas, Soma, Surya, and Agni. So these letters belong to these three kandas. So the Panchadashakshari mantra is being dealt in this particular sloka in an indirect way. Because you are not supposed to chant it without being eligible, without being fit for chanting it. Sri Lalita Mahatripura Sundari's 16-letter mantra is also there. It is very, very secret. So the Lakshmidhara is of the opinion that the 16-letter word is being described in this particular sloka. Shiva Shaktihi Kamaha Kshitirata Ravi Sitagarana Smaro Hamsa Shakra Tadanuja Paramara Haraya Amih Lekhabhit Tisribhir Avasaneshu Vetitaha Bhajante Varnaste Tavajanani Namavayavatam. So that is being described in this particular sloka. Shiva Aksharas, Shakti Aksharas, Kama Bija, Prithvi Bijas, Ravi Bija, Chandra, Smara, Hamsa Chakras, Para, Mara, Hari Bijas. These are combined in three ways, three methods, three kotas. Along with that, the Himkara, Lajjapada, Lajja Bija is also being added. So, Kaya Ilakrim, Hasakalakrim, Sakalakrim is the Sri Vidya that is being indirectly told in this particular sloka. So the Upasana or the method to attain Devi is being described here afterwards. There is a goal, but how to attain that goal? What is the method to attain that goal is being described by Shankaracharya. So with these words, I offer my talk to the lotus feet of Mother. These things are all to be known by Guru. Slowly we have to become fit to chant these mantras. The fitness is more important. When we are ready, the realization will come. We have to expand our mind and become a fit instrument in the hands of God. So that is the purpose for which the methods are told in the Saundar Lahari. This is an Upasana Grantha rather than a technique or a kind of a philosophical book. So repeating the mantras, repeating the slokas is important than simply understanding it intellectually. So I offer these words to the lotus feet of Mother. Thank you all for listening patiently. Thank you.
Shall I play Arati?
Yeah, yes.
सर्वे भवन्तु सुखिनः सर्वे सन्तु निरामयाः सर्वे भद्राणि पश्यन्तु मा कश्चित् दुःखभाग् भवेत्। शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। जय जय शिवदयिते हरिहर विरिञ्चनुत चरिते। कारय मां कृतपुण्यं तव गुण गानरतं महिते। तव गुण गानरतं महिते। सहस्रारकमले सततं विहररहसि धन्ये। शिवाकार निजमञ्च विलसिते चिदानन्दमुदिते। शरण्ये चिदानन्दमुदिते। भवानि मयि दासे दृष्टिं वितरते सकरुणाम्। निज सायुज्य पदैकवितरणाम् निखिल दुःखतरणाम्। ऐहिक निखिल दुःखतरणाम्। भवतु मे विलसितं सपर्या विरचनं तव शिवे। समकर निपात हिमकर समान दृशा स्नपय कृपया। मामपि दृशा स्नपय कृपया। अनेन धन्यमिमं मन्ये धरणिधर सुकन्ये। तव स्तन्यमधुरास्वादनसुख निरस्तान्यविषयम्। कुरु मां निरस्तान्यविषयम्। त्वदीयमपि वचनं गदतो मदीयमिव वचनम्। स्वकीयसलिलैः सागरतर्पण समं जननि विदितं। सकलं समं जननि विदितम्। जय जय शिवदयिते हरिहर विरिञ्चनुत चरिते। कारय मां कृतपुण्यं तव गुण गानरतं महिते। तव गुण गानरतं महिते।
So we can wind up the class. Namaskar to everyone.